Ryan's New England Patriots are one of the top teams in the AFC after a dominant Thursday night football win led by Drake Maye. Now they get to travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals, who had a tough loss against their division rival, and they might be without their star receiver. My name's Tyler, here with my brother Ryan. We're going to break down this Week 12 matchup and provide our predictions at the very end of the video. So be sure to stay tuned. Leave a comment. Let us know who you think is going to win and why. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button to get notified when new videos come out. Trying to get to 100 new subscribers this week, and let's see if we can do it in this video alone. And Ryan, dominant win by your New England Patriots, 27-14. Drake Maye, great form overall. Travion Henderson, fantasy owners finally got what they wanted from Mike Vrabel, as Travion Henderson had a mediocre game, I would say. Of course, I have him, and I was one of those guys, and I realized I forgot to start him. So, well, that's okay. Glad that your Patriots got a win. Glad to see Travion Henderson having his moment as well here too. I think rightfully deserved. I think we all saw him coming out of Ohio State. Him and Quinton Judkins, I think, are going to be great backs in the league for both their teams here over the foreseeable future. But you guys traveling to Cincinnati, who has one of the worst defenses in the league. Like not even one where you could say like, well, it's like they're on the field a lot because our offense sucks or anything like that. Like, no, this defense is absolutely atrocious. But this offense might be a little bit worse, as Ryan and we are speculating that Jamar Chase might not be able to play in this game because of the altercation with Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey's most likely going to be suspended from his next game for throwing a punch. But what instigated it is allegedly Jamar Chase did spit on him to start that. And from what's happened in the past, that is normally at least a 1-game suspension. So this is very possible. We're going to talk about this game with the pretext of Jamar Chase playing in this one as well, too, because that was honestly be a really fun matchup. Christian Gonzalez versus Jamar Chase. I think Christian Gonzalez is a little bit more well liked than Jalen Ramsey,
Slightly.
just slightly. Also significantly better too. But so we might get lost of that matchup. But that all being said, though, Ryan, I want to throw it over to you here. Your New England Patriots, Thursday night football, dominant performance, and also too on top of that, you guys are 9-2,
Yeah.
tied for the top of the AFC. How are you feeling?
I mean, feeling good. It's a little surprising. They have had the easiest schedule in the league so far this year, but I think you go look at some of the defenses that they've played. Like they played your Falcons at the time; they were the number one passing defense in the league. The Browns are one of the best defenses in the league. The Bucks, as well, at the time were one of the best defenses as well. So it's a interesting slate here that they've had. They've gone on 11 straight games, and this is going to be, they have 2 more to go until their actual bye. They are coming off a mini bye, which I think is well needed, especially you look, Milton Williams got put on IR because he had a high ankle sprain. I think there were some other injuries on the team. Kayshon Boutte had a hamstring injury. Reminder Stevenson dealing with a toe. Christian Ellis was dealing with a hip. And like you look at the injury report from Wednesday. It was Monday last week, but it was Wednesday in the game week. But there was like 15 guys that were like limited participants, just taking an easy like resting practice. So definitely looking forward to the bye, but we still got a couple more games to handle here. And this team has just been so impressive to me. I think you look, Drake Maye, superstar, rising superstar quarterback in the NFL, leading MVP odds right now across multiple like betting sources. And he's just been phenomenal for a 23-year-old, just super composed, very nonchalant. The way he can extend plays and create is, with the best of them already at this point in his career. And so I'm really excited to just kind of watch him continue to grow throughout the rest of the year and hopefully make a playoff push. But I think the other thing too is just Mike Vrabel as a whole, the culture that he's set, especially after the last 2 seasons of just misery as Patriots fans. I know it's like people are going to watch this and they're going to just shake their head in disgust because the Patriots already have another franchise quarterback, as you're doing right now, and so it's just watching the turnaround from last year to this year has been really impressive. And I still think they're probably punching a little bit above their weight, maybe. But we'll have to see, when push comes to shove in the playoffs, we'll see how they fare then. But for now, super happy with this team. I still think they're giving up a little too much, like in the short stuff on defense. But that being said, they're one of the best defenses in the league against explosive plays. They get after the passer about average. I think they're 15th in sacks right now in the league. And so, I think they're just doing a lot of things well, and they're not beating themselves. And uh, they've been really good. So here with the Bengals, you mentioned it. This Bengals team is bad. They can't stop the run. Outside of Trey Hendrickson, they can't get after the
Well,
passer.
hold on, wait a second. You didn't finish that sentence. They can't stop the run, can't stop the pass. They can't get after the quarterback. They struggle to tackle.
Yeah,
Other than that, their defense isn't bad.
yeah. They just traded away Logan Wilson as well, and so like defensively, I don't want to say I've been waiting for the Drake Maye breakout game because I feel like he's already kind of broken out, but I really feel like this could be the Drake Maye 400 yards, 5 touchdowns game because this defense is just so bad. They're probably not going to be able to get much pressure on him, if at all, unless Trey Hendrickson just has an absolute game. And Kayshon Boutte will hopefully be back for this matchup. He was limited last week in all of their practices, but didn't play on the Thursday night on the short week. So hopefully that's an indication that he will be back. If Ramondre Stevenson plays, I would like to see this running game, like this between the tackles running game, get going because Bengals can't stop the run. So like I really think that this is an opportunity for the Patriots to go out and kind of flex their offensive muscles here. While on the defensive side of the ball, I was really hoping Milton Williams would be active for this matchup because the Bengals offensive line, their tackles are actually okay. Amarius Mims and Orlando Brown are decent. It's the interior of that offensive line that's really struggling. And so I was hoping that Milton Williams would be able to capitalize there. But hopefully Christian Barmore and Kairos Tonga and some of the other rotational guys can step up and start making some plays there. But if they can get after Joe Flacco, and Joe Burrow, he hasn't been ruled out, but it's been said he's not going to be back for this game. It's potentially next week or the week after.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can get after Joe Flacco, especially if Jamar Chase doesn't play, I really like New England's chances in this one.
I even think if Jamar Chase does play, and that's
Yeah,
I'll even
yeah,
push
yeah.
back a little bit when it comes to like Drake May's breakout game. And I know like Twitter's hysterical, and the internet will forever be a troll. But I think Drake May's already had his breakout. Like to me, I think
That's
you
what
guys
I'm.
going in. I think you guys going into Buffalo. I think
Yeah,
winning. Like I don't think Drake May needs to have that 400 plus yard game. And also, too, let's be honest. You do that against Cincinnati, like it's not like that's super impressive. Like 400 yards against the Texans, that would be impressive.
yeah,
Like that would really get
y-
people going as well too. But you go and do that against that's honestly I kind of expect that from Drake May. But I think
yeah,
on the flip side though too, I I think it's also possible maybe he barely breaks 200 yards, but Trayvon Henderson goes and runs for 200 yards or something
yeah,
like that. Because this Bengals defense is just so bad. The Patriots are just so much better coached overall. You guys are also playing for so much more. I really think too when I go look at the Bengals in general, they're sitting at 3-7. They are three games back from the Jaguars, who they do technically have a tiebreaker with, because that's the last team that they beat. Well, that was a game that Joe Burrow got hurt. They beat the Steelers on Thursday Night Football. But even then, too, if I go look at the Bengals schedule, they have your Patriots, 2 games against the Ravens, a Bills game squeezed in between that, and then they have 3 relatively record-wise cupcake games with Dolphins, Cardinals, and Browns. So, I mean, if they could somehow win these next 4 games, go to 7-7, then they could go 10-7 on the year. But
yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that they are struggling with in general,
Mhm.
to even make that a possibility. Let's see what happens if they beat the Ravens twice and the Bills and your Patriots to even
Yeah.
see if that's possible. But I don't even think that's possible for them to win this game because of just how awful this defense is. 419 total yards of offense allowed. That's 32nd in the league, and I actually don't even think it's very close. The Cowboys are 397 yards per game,
Yeah.
and even to today against this Steelers offense here. They gave up 232 passing yards, 111 rushing yards. So not nearly as bad as the Thursday Night Football one, but in general though, just nowhere near the type of performance. And then even too on the road, Steelers defense was able to shut down this offense
Mhm.
just in general, which led to Jamar Chase allegedly, even though it's on video, spitting on Jalen Ramsey and then getting into that fight with him. So it's like they completely befuddled. And I think at the same time too, I think that's what your Patriots are going to be able to do. I think for me, when you go look at this Patriots team, I mean, have they played technically the easiest schedule? Yes, but at the same time, though, too, what's impressed me the most, and this is where I think it's going to really help you moving forward, even this stretch here against the Saints, Titans, and Browns, all three of those teams, and then I'll even include the Falcons and the Buccaneers on this one as well, too. All five of those teams have at least a good defensive line, if not a really good front seven that can get after the quarterback. And you guys managed all that. You guys had your struggles with the front sevens of both the Falcons and Tampa Bay, but in
Yeah.
general, though, your offense was able to go and grind out a win. And that's where I think why I still like you guys better than Buffalo, because Buffalo's one's banged up right now. Um, I think another thing, but I think you could go and handle Buffalo. I think you guys could go and handle. You're going to have a similar test against New York when you play them. As that, yeah, it looks like in week 14.
13.
Yeah,
We play them
13.
on Monday night. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to do the math in my head. I'm like, I thought the
Yeah,
days were off, but
it's a Monday night game.
yep. So you guys are gonna have a Brian Burns defensive line there. I bet you guys don't blow them out, but your offensive line is going to be able to handle it, and I bet you guys go and win a similar game like how you did against the New York Jets
Yeah.
here as well. And so that's my prediction on that game. And so, if not to give my preview too early for the Giants game, but with this one though, I think you guys are going to win them. You guys just in general are the better team.
Yeah.
I don't think that you're going to, even if Jamar Chase does end up playing. Christian Gonzalez I think that's going to be an amazing matchup between the two of them. I think Mike Vrabel's going to be a much better game planner than any of the other coaches that the Bengals have played against. I really love how he schemes up defenses and finds the weaknesses on the offense and really exploit that. So I even think at full strength, I still think your Patriots win this game.
Yeah. No, I agree. My one concern is like the Bengals could just come in here and throw the ball to Jamar Chase 25 times. It doesn't look like that's going to come to fruition. But and then they could just put up 38 and win a 38-35 shootout. But I the NFL said when Jalen Carter was suspended for spitting on Dak Prescott, or when he was ejected for spitting on Dak Prescott, that since Jalen Carter did not play a single snap in that game, they were going to fine him the amount of money that he made in that game. But that game would serve as his 1-game suspension. So I am assuming that he is going to
I
get
forgot
a
that was
1-game suspension.
like the first play of the game. I forgot.
No, it wasn't the first play of the game.
It was the kickoff. It was the kickoff.
Yeah, it was a touchback on the kickoff, and then on Thursday Night Football to start the season. It was before any play had happened in the NFL season. And so I just think Jamar Chase, they're gonna suspend him for this game as his punishment, and then it'll really just be T. Higgins, Andre Yoshavas, and crew. So it'll be an interesting one. I still think the Bengals offense has some potency to it, and then you have Chase Brown running the ball. But yeah, I just think the Patriots are going to be too much for them in this one. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's wrap it up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup. Will it be the New England Patriots? Will it be the Cincinnati Bengals? And other than that, we'll see you guys next time.